Polglass, but they warn that a great deal of perseverance is necessary.
Twinbrook and Polglass were built on the outskirts of West Belfast to relieve chronic overcrowding in that area. But although some 20,000 people moved into the two estates, jobs by and large didn't, leaving the district with an unemployment rate of about 70%. Community groups have worked hard to give the people of both estates a feeling of pride in their area. The Dairy Farm Centre is the biggest achievement in that respect. Until now, there were no more than a handful of shops in the district. Now local people finally have their own shopping and community centre.
I think it's great. First of all, we hadn't got any shopping centres up here at all. You know, and everybody had to go down the road sort of a thing. So I think it's very good.
Very, very nice. Well put together and laid out. I'll be looking forward to shopping in here anyway.
Marvellous. I've only had a quick look around it. Absolutely marvellous, so it is. Everything it would need's up here, so it is. Saved us from going down the centre of town.
The Secretary of State was among the first to see around the centre. The government contributed half the £5 million cost of the project. Mr. Brooke said he was very impressed and paid tribute to the community group which lobbied for years to get it built. But the groups say the government didn't initially express quite the same enthusiasm.
We're at this project since 1984, and the government chased us every time we appeared at their door in 1984, and we just kept going back. And they eventually came to the conclusion, these guys are really serious. And suddenly the whole thing just blossomed.
So persistence is what it's all about.
Stickability, that's what it's about. Don't give up. Don't allow them to frustrate you. Just keep going, keep coming back. And somebody's going to answer someday.
The rest of the money was put up by the International Fund, which are also backing a similar scheme in the Lower Falls area of West Belfast. The fund's chairman says he hopes others will be inspired by what's been achieved here.
The idea that other people would then follow attracted us. So what we believe has happened is the local people have put this activity in place here, and that will spread because of the existence of this operation. It will be obvious to other people that it's reasonable to develop, whether it's commercial or industrial.
The centre is designed to be the modern equivalent of a village square. As well as providing a focal point for the community, it'll also be a source of income for community ventures. Any profits made by dairy farm community enterprises, through shop rentals for example, go straight back into local projects. As well as the shops, there's a play area for children, a library, a civic centre and a job club, which was already doing brisk business on its first day. The centre has brought over 200 jobs to the area, but Father McWilliams and his team are well aware that that will only go a small way towards relieving the chronic unemployment problem here. They're now setting their sights on the next step, bringing badly needed manufacturing jobs to Polglass and Twinbrook.
The pop singer Sinead O'Connor is the latest personality to enter the controversy over the planned opening of a Brooke Advice Centre.
A library and a civic centre. It was built in response to the demands of the people of Twinbrook and Polglass for more facilities in outlying housing estates.
No state opening of Parliament for the Secretary of State today. Instead, he opted to give his endorsement to the community of Polglass, who pulled together to make Dairy Farm happen. The centre has been jointly funded by the government and the International Fund for Ireland to the tune of £5.3 million, and when fully operational will employ over 200 people. But it's not for the jobs that the centre was begun. Instead, it provides much-needed shopping and leisure facilities for the people of Polglass and Twinbrook. The Secretary of State and the International Fund's chairman paid tribute to their persistence in seeing the plan through.
This project, and indeed others like it elsewhere, have an important lesson for us. The lesson is that by a sensible pooling of our resources, with everyone heading in the same direction towards an agreed goal, there is little we cannot achieve. It seems to me to be obvious that once a community such as in Polglass and the surrounding area has decided what its needs really are, the necessary funds and the essential local leadership can be found. And certainly Dairy Farm is an outstanding example of this view.
The International Fund for Ireland is absolutely delighted to be associated with this development. This is exactly, I think, what we should be doing with the funds which have been so generously given to us by our donors. right in one of the most deprived and disadvantaged areas. What we have been able to do is help the local community to get the services and the jobs which those services create and which should be theirs to become theirs.
Father Paddy McWilliams was the mainstay behind the idea, carrying out surveys of what people wanted and organising bus routes to service the centre. Today he feels proud to have influenced government attitudes to housing policy in what's one of the biggest projects funded by the NIO and the International Fund.
The government are very aware of building sprawling estates and not putting in the infrastructure in the past, and I think they're very conscious of trying to redeem that situation. I think it's a genuine effort by government to bring some sort of normality to people's lives in these types of areas. All the people you see here would have been taking taxis down the road to go to do their shopping on a Thursday. And it means they can come here, they can buy at reasonable prices in the West Side stores. And it has to be right, it has to be good for us as a people.